Hello. Oh, it started a little bit with that music. I didn't mean to do that. Hello and welcome to Ticket to Life. How are you? I hope your day is going great, but of course it matters what time you are, what time zone you are in. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. It is the craziest weather here in Texas, I know. I know you're all curious to know about our weather, but just a few weeks ago we were in the teens, and today it's supposed to get up to 82. Hello, that's our weather here in Texas. But I hope you're doing well. This is Ticket to Life. I am Henrie, and if this is your first time to listen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so thrilled that you are here. Just to give you a little synopsis of Ticket to Life. Ticket to Life is about life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because we all go through so much stuff in our life. And the thing on this podcast is I always want people to know that you're not the only one going through something. And yeah, you may not see nothing but a dark tunnel, but I promise there is light at the end of the tunnel with faith and hope. And we're going to talk about something that I don't know a whole lot about, but what I did find out, it's kind of creepy. It's a trending thing for some of you. Have never heard of K-pop demon hunters. If you heard my podcast last week about the night mind, that may have freaked some people out, like, oh my gosh, she's talking about demons again. But I'm not. I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic Christian. I believe in God the Father Almighty. I am a child of God, but I feel like we're always being attacked by some sort of evil. Even our kids are. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Now, I don't know a lot about K-pop demon hunters, but the name itself, come on, people. I'd never even heard of them. And at Christmas, we had gone to Kansas to spend Christmas in Kansas with my daughter and son-in-law and my beautiful girls, grandgirls. But anyway, and we were at a store and there was a poster and I didn't know what it was. And then the oldest, she is 6. She says, "Look, Ita." And I'm looking. I said, "What is it?" And it was a poster and it said K-pop demon hunters. I said, "What is that?" She goes, "It's K-pop." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what that is." And she goes, "Oh, all the kids watch it." And I said, "Do you watch it?" She says, "No." But she knew of it because, kids talk about it. But so I go home and I go back to the house and I asked my daughter, I said, "So what is K-pop?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh." She said, "It is driving me nuts," because her girls aren't allowed to watch it. Now, granted, my granddaughters are 6 and 4. And she says, "No, I don't want them watching anything, especially with the word of demon in it." Then I told her about my dream. No, I'm just kidding. If you haven't heard last week's podcast, go back and you can fast forward. I'll tell you about a horrible dream I had. Sharing everything about my life with you. But anyway, K-pop, this is what I know. K-pop demon hunters it's like a rock band and they're girls and then there's a boy band. Okay. Again, I don't know a lot about it, haven't seen it. I'm just telling you what I've heard, the little bits I've read about it. And so the girls are it's a Korean show, and that doesn't. I'm just telling you where it's from. But anyway, the demons in it are, I guess, the guys, and they show some. What I found is, you can YouTube it and look up just about anything nowadays. I mean, I could probably get a mini version of the show because it's a movie. I don't know if they're episodes. See, I don't know enough about it, but I'm sorry. I don't want my kids or grandkids watching anything with demons in it. But anyway, it's a girl band, boy band, girl band, sing songs, and then the boy bands, I guess they are demons, or they bring demons out, and they're creatures and they're disguised as humans, and they apparently teleport, and these demons come out, and one of them is a soul stealing demon. Yeah. And I guess they show him or taking the soul of a person. Another one is has like supernatural powers, and they can possess the abilities of levitation and voice manipulation. Another one was, let me see, themed attacks. Folklore, they are mischievous, horned, and dangerous creatures. I'm sorry, there's several, but I again don't really want my grandkids watching them, but of course it's not up to me what my grandkids watch, but they don't watch them. And I don't even know why a parent would allow this to be watched. Now that I've heard of it and I've seen a lot of it, I just think it's odd. It's a strange thing for me to think that kids are watching that. And then I did some other research, and I thought, well, let me see. What are the age groups that are mainly watching this? So hold on to your hats, people, because this just shocked me. It's the K-pop Demon Hunters mostly heavily are watched by 2 to 11-year-olds. 48%. 2 to 11-year-olds. Next is the tweens and the teens and preteens. The preteens, tweens, in case you don't know or have never heard of that, are kids around the age of 8 to 12, 13, puberty setting in, I guess. But anyway, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking a 2-year-old, why are they watching this? I'm not sure, because I know that my kids would not have been watching this at 2 years old. The highly recommended shows for a 2 and 3-year-old are like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, Trash Truck, Bluey, and of course Sesame Street, my favorite. Of course, you could probably find the old shows of oh my goodness, Mr. Rogers. All these shows I just now mentioned, these are educational shows, and they're interactive because you can dance with them and do the same thing I guess you can do with this K-pop stuff. But I'm not sure they're as educational. I mean, I want my kids and grandkids to watch educational, calm shows because some kids pick up on social emotions from them. Both my granddaughters watched Daniel Tiger, they used to, and it's just teaching kids about feelings and how other people feel. So I don't know, maybe I'm just definitely showing my age, but I'm all about the gentle learning that you can use in life. What am I always saying? Teach your kids to be kind. I'm not sure about this. There's violence in the Demon Hunters, the K-pop thing, because I looked it up and you just see them, fighting and slicing and dicing and chopping. And I don't know. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I would rather have my kids, if I was a mom again, watch a low stimulation show. Now, these are, again, all my opinions. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a child therapist. I'm not a family therapist. These are just my thoughts. The world's crazy enough. I don't think we need to introduce this stuff to our 2-year-olds. But maybe I want everyone right now. I'm thinking it's mostly women, I think, listen to this podcast, and I thank you. But would your parents have allowed you at that age, do you think, about being that age? I know you won't remember that, but do you think your parents would have allowed you to watch it? Now, I found this one mom on TikTok, and she says, it's a cult. I don't think it's a cult, but at least I hope not. And she said her kids are just like, they get hooked on it. They just can't stop watching it. And if it's a movie, how many times are you going to watch this movie? Kids are getting hooked on it. And she says that's all they want to watch and hear is the music. Now, I did look up, and some of their music is not bad. It sounds great. Yeah, you want your kids to be involved with music, but when it's talking about, it's okay to sin and stuff like that, I'm not sure about that. So, like I said, and she even said, well, K-pop is like a cult. because of her kids getting hooked on it. She said, but then you have Daniel Tiger and, well, she didn't mention Daniel Tiger. She said like Miss Rachel and Bluey, and they can become too cult too, because the kids get so hooked on watching it and music. But I mean, they're kids. I'm pretty sure that kids do not need to even know what is going on at that age. And I'm sure some kids, if your kid's not sleeping at night, it could be because of this show. Because I'm thinking if I watch it, I may not be sleeping. I may have that dream again. At least I hope not. So I'm just telling you that, it's just so important that we teach our kids, and we need to watch what our kids are watching. And some parents say, that's okay. The music is great, but the music on Disney is great too, but it's not about hurting people, or is it? I don't think so. But I expect kids to dance when they hear music, but I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit edgier than what I would have allowed as a mom and a grandmother. But they say some of the dancing is a little bit edgy, and some little kind of sexy. So if your kids see this show, you need to really sit down with them and watch it. It's so important to watch certain shows that kids are watching. You don't have to sit there the whole time, but if you see like the first 30, 40 minutes, I don't even know how long it is, then you're like, no, I don't think we need to watch this. And cut it there, stop. I had a friend, she said that her daughter came home from school and said, everyone watches that K-pop. Well, she said her mom said, well, I don't know what that is. So she looked it up. The little girl saw a little bit of it. She goes, no, thanks. This is too scary. And she's like 8 or 9. She said, I don't want to see this. I thought, good choice. I'm not trying to knock the show. I'm sure it's got some good content if you're older. And, you have to think, can kids that young really know the difference between reality and fantasy? So I think that if your kids are older, maybe to watch it, I looked it up. It said it's a 10 plus show, 10 and up. They can watch it. And I mean, even teens are watching it, and maybe some adults. I don't know. I don't think I want to watch it, but I was just so curious about this whole K-pop thing I keep seeing. But now I'm in the know. So I know what's going on, kind of. But so if your kids say, Mom, I'm going to watch this, sit down with them, watch what this show is, and see if you approve. And if you don't approve, don't. And this is mom and dads, not just moms. This is for dads too. Sit there instead of being on our stinking phones on social media or scrolling on our phones, because I'm guilty of it. But if your kids start dancing in a provocative way or using moves you don't deem appropriate, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I do like to, when you hear parents say something, I think it's funny. And you see their kid doing something or saying something that they shouldn't say. And you'll hear a parent go, I don't know where they learned that. Okay, hello. You're the parent. I need to find out. Someone's not being involved in what their kids are doing and watching on TV or who their friends are. Okay, I know I'm being judgy now. But I'm a grandmother. I'm supposed to be judgy, I think, in a nice way. I know perhaps I watch, if I watch it, maybe I'll watch it. I don't think I will. But if I am really bored and all caught up on Dateline, maybe I'll watch it. I don't really know. But after the dream I had last week, I don't think I want to watch anything that has demons in it. So anyway, that's my take on the K-pop trend thing that's going on. I hope that if you don't agree with me, guess what? You're allowed not to agree with me. That is fine. But the other thing, how many of you saw the halftime show with Bad Bunny? And what did you think? Ask me if I watched it. Hey, Henry, did you watch it? Yes, I did watch it because I was curious. I heard of it, didn't know what it's about. And it was entertaining, especially if you speak Spanish. And yes, oh look, I happen to speak Spanish. But it was a bit much for me. Maybe it wasn't as calming as Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. It was good though. It was good. And what's with dancers now? Always shaking their butts on TV. What is that for the men or the women? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I am old school. I think the NFL really needs to do something. This is my suggestion. This is my a suggestion to NFL for next year Super Bowl entertainment. I think if they got the majority of these people, I'm thinking that really invest money that can afford to go to these games is usually probably, I'm thinking 40 on up, maybe 30 on up in my age and your 60s, 70s, whatever. Um, because they are able to afford that. I'm thinking they need to do a halftime show with something that's some artist who is trending at this time next year, and another artist from maybe the 80s or 90s. I think that might be kind of fun to have that combination. But anyway, it wasn't bad. It was entertaining. I was curious. I'm not gonna lie, I was curious because I've never Googled or heard of Bad Bunny until recently. Yeah, I'm one of those cool people. I have no idea. I have to look things up just to make sure I'm up on things. But anyway, this is Henry. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I struck a nerve for some of you who've never seen this K-pop, and you can sit with your kids and really talk about it. Just make sure. I'm sorry, if two, 3, 4, 5. I don't think they need to be watching anything like that. But that's my opinion, and that's what Ticket to Life is about. Henry's opinion. So anyway, until next week, this is Henry. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous next 7 days. And until next week, this is Henry. One more thing. I did change the cover, my art work for the podcast. If you couldn't find me, I guess some of you that are new, probably the other one. So anyway, hopefully you can find me a Ticket to Life. And if you want to send me an email about something you want me to talk about, because I've gotten those before, I am open to anything you would like to know that I might know or like for me to talk about, because we all have a story. We all are going through something, and sometimes we need to remember that with people. We just don't know what's going on in their house, what's going on at their job, what's going on in their life. Again, be kind. And let's teach our kids to be kind. If you want to send me an email, or you can text on the description, send me a text, and it remains anonymous on the text. Send me an email. I've received emails on certain shows. People just kind of want to know my opinion on certain things. But anyway, feel free to do that. So it is tickettolife022@gmail.com, or just send me a text in the description. Well, until next week, this is Henry. Please, please, please go find your blessings. And remember, you are loved and you are worth being loved. And be kind to yourself. You are worth being kind to yourself. If you've gone through some things in your life, remember, you're not alone. It may seem like you're alone, but you're not. And don't forget, the best therapist in the world is God. Sit there and chat with him. You might get your answer right away. It might take a couple of days, even months, but you'll get your answer. Anyway, until next week, this is Henry. Thank you so much for listening. And please, again, go find your blessings.